starting with a simple cross-legged position. Go from side to side, leaning onto the right, onto the left, adjusting your buttocks and sliding your feet deeper under your knees. Placing hands on the knees, you may lean forward and backward. So looking for a position of the pelvis, so tilting forward, backwards. Noticing, so this kind of continuing practice from last week and earlier this week about the core muscles, about the size of your torso and about those front and the back and right and the left side balance. So have your pelvis tilted slightly more backwards so you can feel this activity in the abdominal muscles from the lower abdomen, this kind of uplifting energy. Drawing shoulders down, so lengthening your spine, moving your chin backwards. Yes, so push your knees away. Yes, to open your chest a little bit more. Gently squeezing your shoulder blades. You might adjust your shoulder blades. Yes, feeling them in the body. Yes, lengthening lower back. Yes, so notice if the pelvis is not tilted forward already. So chin backwards. And then relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Relax your facial muscles, closing your eyes. Just notice the breath, observe your breath. Just feeling the inhalation coming through the nostrils. And same for exhalation. So relaxing your jaw, your tongue, your throat. Another deep breath in, feel your chest, your belly expands. And contract with exhalation. Feel your shoulders heavy, feel your arms relaxed, and feel your legs relaxed. Relax the knees. And become a little bit more aware of the position of your feet, so without making any adjustment. Just spread your toes slightly. Try to feel soles of your feet. Feeling outer edges of your feet, feeling your outer ankles. Without changing the position, just to notice and observe how you feel this. Your right foot, your left foot, and then your sitting bones, the right side and the left side. Noticing the muscles alongside your spine, especially your lower back. Feeling your core muscles, both sides of your torso. Lengthening your spine, feeling a solid foundation, your feet, your sitting bones, and from that, lengthen your spine. Once more, raise the crown of your head and try to feel, are your ears, shoulders, hips in line? And trying not to disturb that shape, keep your abdominal muscles slightly more active. Breathing deeply, normally, but having them a little bit more contracted than usual, just to bring awareness to this part. And then join your palms in front of your chest, press your wrists against each other. Use sides of your thumbs to raise skin on your sternum higher. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling front and the back, right and the left side. Finding the balance in between. And slowly with your next exhalation, bow your head to your heart. Then release your arms, palms up on your thighs. With next inhalation, raise your head, open your eyes, and lengthen your spine. Drawing shoulders down, noticing how you feel both sides, but also trying to again create a space between your hips and the armpits and the ribcage and the hips. Inhale, slowly raise your arms sideways, and exhale, lowering your arms, trying not to lose that length. So a couple of those, slowly being aware of the right side and left side, feeling your arms and shoulders, exhaling down. Slow, deep inhalation, raise your arms up and stay with these arms up, reaching higher with your right side for a moment, just your right side. And I want you to feel the muscles deep inside. Maybe you can feel this inside your belly. It's like on the side, not really on the side of the torso, it's like on the side of the belly. Yes, feel the stretch when you reach higher with the right arm. And then with the left. So still sitting on the back of the sitting bones, so core muscles slightly more active. And again, right side, left side, Feeling those gentle pulls inside. Then you can cross your thumbs to go slightly deeper from side to side. Still up, but a little bit more to the sides. So to be again aware of, to do it slowly, to feel the sides of your belly. Stretch all those muscles sitting on the back of the sitting bones. Change the cross of your thumbs. You can soften your elbows for a moment, adjusting shoulder blades and reach up. Okay, slowly going from side to side. You might even hold it for a moment, just to notice how you feel this part inside of the belly, and then going to the side, breathing in, and then come back to center. Release your arms, relax your shoulders. Just a couple of movements with your head going from side to side to stretch sides of your leg. And then change cross of your legs. So stretch your legs forward, change, slide your feet under, and again adjusting your buttocks, going from side to side, pressing, pushing your knees, open your chest. At this time we go to Anantasana, so before we raise the arms, so just a couple of movements with your wrists, with your fingers, so a couple of circles, stretch your fingers every direction, so pressing them to the back of the hands. So take a moment just to really properly warm up your hands and fingers, every single joint. Okay, so doing this rotations with the wrist, squeezing your fingers and releasing. So it's like giving your fingers massage. So this squeeze like scissors. Yeah, so to feel this squeezing and releasing action. Then rotating your palms. Try to keep your thumbs together. Straighten your arms. Do a couple of movements also with the shoulders, adjusting shoulder blades. And then slowly raise your arms up. Notice position of the pelvis, so notice if it's not tilted forward. Sit on the back of the sitting bones and going from side to side. Again, stretching a little bit more. Going from side to side, breathing in, breathing out. Take your arms a little further back behind your ears. It's just to observe, just to notice the stretch. And then come back to center, look up, exhale, lowering your arms, change, interlock of the fingers. Good. And having your hands more like shoulder level. Do a couple of just elbows and shoulders. So have your hands level with the shoulders and just do a couple of movements with your elbows, trying to lift your elbows as high as possible, lifting your shoulders and drawing them down, trying to bring your elbows closer and now up. So to feel this kind of compactness here when you're bringing everything together, and notice this as that maybe you can feel also this kind of compactness in your core. Yeah, so this kind of, and then rotate your palms, fingers interlocked to the roots, palms together, raise your arms up, and just play with your shoulders. Lift your shoulders as high as you can, draw them down. As you can soften your elbows if you feel this is too much, keep them bent even more. Okay, so just for the shoulders, shoulder blades, just warm them up properly. And then when you reach as high as you can with the arms, pushing the wrists, pushing the fingers to the back of your hands, start making gentle twists to the right. Just noticing again sides, not only the torso, but also sides of the belly, like on either side of the navel. And then back to center and going to the other side, lengthening lower back, trying to lift the pubic bone a little more, so tucking your tailbone a little bit more. And then come back to center, carefully release your arms, and do a couple of other movements with your shoulders, some circles, head from side to side, and up and down. Just be aware of this. And then stretch your legs forward to Dandasana. So straightening your legs, open back of the knees, do a couple of movements with your feet, with the toes, so do a couple of those circular movements, warming up your ankles, toes, trying to join soles of your feet, so to notice how this is rolling the outer ankles out, and opposite direction. So you're trying to take the outer edges towards the face, pushing through the inner heels and the inner legs. So a couple of those. And one more time, adjust yourself so you can sit in Dandasana full pose with the big toes together, with the inner heels together as close as possible. And the soles of your feet opened and toes pointing up to the ceiling. Hands on the fingertips. With the next inhalation, raise your left arm up, reach up, and shaking just your right hand slightly to the side. So there's no weight on this arm. You're using this arm to lift up, going to the side. So you stretch both sides of your torso, not only stretch one side, but you want to lift the right one as well. Press the left sitting bone, left leg super firm, and reach up and slide it to the side. Noticing the breath, yes, on the right side, on the left side of your rib cage. And come back to the center. Notice the difference between the sides. And slide your left hand a little bit more to the side. Raise your right arm up and go to the side. Taking your left shoulder away from your ears to try to have the base on the sitting bones, the more weight on the sitting bones. Using your left hand to lift the left armpit, yes, to create some space between the ribs, not letting your rib cage collapse. Lift it up and go to the side. And come back to center. Relax for a moment. Relax. So if you have a brick, so you can use the brick for the next one. If you don't have it, just join the soles of your feet in Baddha Konasana. So the reason to do that is really to be aware of those four corners of your feet. So try when you place the brick in between your feet, pressing outer edges like sharp, it's like really sharp like blades. So you can feel when you press the inner heels and the ball of the big toes against each other, against the brick, your outer ankles won't be on the floor. Yeah, so that's the uplifting action. Another with the outer ankles going up, outer shins, outer calves going up. Yeah, so that's really a lot happening for the inner thighs. That's what we're looking for, inner legs, but also deep core muscles. So pressing your feet, those four corners, so the ball of the big toe, little toe, inner and outer heel, having this firmness. Place your hands behind you and try to point your knees down. So if you really focus on those inner feet, yes, so the outer ankles, even if you really push your knees down, your outer ankles will still stay active. Yes, so you can notice the shape of the inner arches in this position. So when working with those four corners evenly, yes, your inner arches are active, and your inner legs, I hope you can feel it now, from the inner groins are very active as well. So for another, you can bring your feet a little bit closer, but also just notice the support you're sitting on. Also, you can lift your buttocks and bring your buttocks closer. Yes, mind your prop you're sitting on. Yes, so same, just you can feel a little bit more of a stretch in your inner thighs. Yes, feeling this, yes, and noticing if your outer ankles are collapsing. So sometimes it's easier to go down with the knees when you open soles of your feet, but it's not the action we're looking for today. It's be aware of this outer parts to suck it in, suck it up, and work with the core muscles. Good. So slowly relax and stretch your legs in Upavishta Konasana. So it's about the stretch, about the waking up the awareness rather than going to your full pose. So look at the feet and notice the position. So it's like you pointing the outer edges away from your outer hips. So this action, like you want to join soles of your feet, and then push through the inner heel and the ball of the big toe, pointing the outer edges towards the face. So you can feel this kind of circular movement that's from the inner groin, you lengthening through the inner heel, and this is giving your inner arch like a proper arch, proper height. And the outer edges, little toes towards the outer hips. So you can find this firmness in the hips. Yeah? So this circular motion, inner legs longer, outer legs contracted. So stretching the inner legs, contracting the outer legs, bringing all back to the hips. And of course to the center. So relax your legs. I know it sounds very, very serious, but have fun today. Yes, it will be lots of fun. So start today in Adho Mukha Virasana. If you have bricks, you might use them for your hands. So we'll be a little bit more active for the shoulders and upper back. If you don't like or you don't have them, have your hands on the fingertips. So before you go forward, adjust yourself. You might lean a little more from right side to the left side, sucking the outer ankles in. So feeling them a little bit closer. They are not together, but they're a little bit closer. We continue with this work last week, this week, suck the belly in, so tuck your tailbone, and go forward with your hands. Using bricks or having hands on the fingertips to be a little bit more for the shoulders. And stretching both sides, going deeper with the right armpit, left armpit. So this slight rotation. And noticing the breath. Same for this pose, it's not to, oh, finally I can relax. No. This is more about the warm-up. So feel your shoulders, thoracic spine, the space between your shoulder blades. And taking deep breath in, pushing the belly out and the rib cage out to the sides. So you can feel your ribs on the inner sides expanding and contracting with the exhalation. So with the inhalation, feel this expansion, push the ribcage out to the sides. And when you exhale, contracting, try to stretch forward, so reaching forward. So with the inhalation, your chest expands out to the sides. With the contraction, with the exhalation, you try to lengthen your spine, lengthen sides of the person. Noticing this slight movement, changing. When your chest is not wider, it can be longer. And another deep breath in and out. Look at your hands, raise your head, notice your neck, so you don't have to look up too high. You can still have kind of looking down in between your hands, but trying to concave your back a little bit more. Tucking your tailbone, but feeling your back roots going in the body. So you can stretch your front a little bit more, sternum forward, and then relax your head. So have this lovely length. Relax your arms, relax your elbows, point them out to the sides, so bend them slightly. Yes, and relax your forehead on the bricks or just on your mat. Do a couple of movements with the shoulders. And trying again to feel that your belly expands, ribcage out to the sides with inhalation and contract with exhalation. And then with next inhalation, slowly sit up, come up to all fours, do a couple of cat and cows to adjust the distance between your knees and your feet. A couple of cat and cow, maybe going from side to side as well to be aware of this position. Then straighten your right leg back to open, so still foot on the floor, so go forwards and backwards with the heel just to stretch the leg. And then do the same with the left one. So tuck your toes under, remember core muscles, belly in. Yes, keep your head aligned so your head is not hanging. Keep the neck in line with the thoracic spine. Yes, so looking down, so chin to the sternum. Okay, so just notice this when the head is down. Yes, so it's really pulling the muscles on your upper back. So have it active, have it long. And then come back to kneeling, adjust the position of your knees, your shins, your feet. So we will stretch a little bit more. So straighten your right leg back as we did before. Press your left shin, left foot, and this through the back of the thigh, feeling this lovely contraction. Lift the leg up, tuck your tailbone, and left arm forward. Keep tucking your tailbone, so stretch opposite arm and leg. Tailbone tucked under. Really feel this in your core. Stretch, stretch as much as you can. And then come back to neutral. Adjust yourself. First, stretch the leg on the floor. So your toes are tucked under, so foot is in a flexed position. This will stretch the calf and the back of the knee will be more open. And trying not to disturb the shape, just lift the leg. You don't have to go high. It won't go high if you want to keep your core muscles active. And then your right arm, stretch, stretch. Keep smiling. Yes. Tuck your tailbone a little more, Carolina. Yes, feel the suction in the abdomen, navel, and relax. Good, relax your shoulders. If you need to relax your wrists, so come on to sitting position on your heels, do a couple of movements with the wrists. So this time I want you to go to the same side, so your right leg, right arm, with the awareness here in this inside your core, so pressing the other shin. It starts with like we did before. This foot on the floor, pushing the heel back, is like giving you a little bit more awareness to the back of the thigh. So it's the leg is like one bone going up. And same side, try not to lean too much to the side. Yes, wobble is good. You are not far from the floor. So just make sure that you sucking the belly in. This is really, really a lot for the core. So starting with the right leg, lift it up. Find this firmness in the hip. Find this firmness at the back of the thigh. And then just suck the belly in. Really bring your sitting bones together. And right arm forward. So same side. Yes. Core muscles, be careful. I know, I told you it will be fun. Yes. Good. Yes. Can you use the foot? Okay, and then come back to neutral. Remember that when we're kneeling, raising one arm, so the shin bone, the open ankle, the toes, foot press, this is your foundation. So have it firmly pressed, don't let this foot fly. Yes, so have it really flat. And then the other side. This will stretch your left leg back, lift it up, so find this contraction. Yes, so like it won't go very high. Yes, carefully. Use the foot, the shin on that, watch your wrist. Yes, so make sure that you can always place the hand down before you roll on your wrist. So stretching, stretching, feeling core muscles, lengthening, and relaxing. So relax, relax for a moment, a couple of cat and cow. And we're just continuing action what we had before. I want you to have a little bit turn around. Of course, you don't have to. A little bit more space for the leg to go to the right. So change the position so you have enough space. So first stretch your right leg back, and then you will take your leg to the side, placing it on the inner edge in line with the hip. So same, tucking your tailbone, just feeling this lovely action. Yes, you can roll the thigh out externally. So look at this foot and really try to have the sole of the foot like we had in the Baddha Konasana. So you can notice the outer ankle is sucked in and the sole of the foot is opened. Spread your toes. So you're really, really on the inner arch of the foot, inner edge. Pushing the inner edge away from the hip, so hopefully you can feel how this inner leg is active now. That's what we're looking for. And if you feel that like, oh, you want more fun, tuck your tailbone, stack the belly in and try to lift this leg not too high, just above the floor. And you will notice probably something interesting. Only you will know what is interesting in this one. And then relax. So you can sit on your heels for a moment. Good. Feeling this deep inside the butt, the hip. Yes, but using core muscles. So the other side, make sure that space on the left. Yes, so first, stretch your leg, open back of the knee. and then take your foot. So try to feel that the foot is in a line with the hip, not too far forward or backwards, and pushing the inner heel, pushing the ball of the big toe, spreading your toes, pointing the little toe towards the outer hip. So now remember what we did at the beginning of the class, this circular motion, lengthening inner leg and coming back to the outer leg, to the outer hip. Yeah, so tuck your tailbone, press the other shin, press the other foot, and try to lift it. You don't have to. But try to feel this inner leg still going longer. And feeling this in your inner thigh. Good. And then relax. So come to a child pose, relax for a moment. So you can move your pelvis from side to side. Yes, very gently. If you have bricks, have them handy, so we will come to up dog with the hands on the bricks, so to have a little bit of a lift of the height. So slowly push your pelvis forward with the knees and feet hip width apart. You can stay with the toes tucked under for a better push forward. Yes, and then go back. Yes, so pushing your hips back, just for a gentle roll forward and backward. Just a couple of those. If you feel this will be good for you for the next time you find yourself in up dog, you can straighten your legs, lift your chest, yes, feel the stretch in your abdomen. And either you're staying with the knees on the floor, coming back to kind of a half plank, or if your legs are straight, yes, so coming to plank. And then again, pushing forward, so you can stay with the knees down, back to half planks, contracting your abdominal muscles and pushing forward, or full pose, up dog with the knees up and plank, pushing back. So notice the difference when you have the hands a little bit higher, you can feel a little bit more action in your core. So this length of the arms, not hanging on the shoulders, it's again bringing this a little bit more action to the core. So relax, another moment, relax in a child pose, relax your shoulders, your wrists. Just take a deep breath into the belly, deep breath out. And then still using your brakes, come onto all four and step forward with the right leg, right foot in between. Just going a little bit more forward and backwards with the hips, warming up. Yes, then straightening both legs if you feel like. If you not, just keep the back knee on the floor. Yeah, just slow, high lunge or low lunge, whatever you feel it's good for you for today. And then just another warm up to really feel the stretch, your hamstring stretch now. And then change the side, so back to all four. So we can start gently with the knee first on the floor, just noticing the difference between the first option, and then if it feels okay, straightening your leg, just to observe. Yes, not to push yourself too much too quickly. You will be really, really warmed up, ready for your sun salutation practice. And then back to all four. Move your bricks to the sides. Place your hands under your shoulders, tuck your tailbone, and very slowly straightening your legs. So first, lifting your knees just above the floor. Breathe in and out. Then again, squeeze in, exhale, lift your knees a little higher. Breathing in and out, and then higher, 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 until you find yourself in downward facing dog. So find your distance, stretching your legs a little bit more, calves, back of the knees. Think that you want to stretch the mat with your hands and feet away from each other. Yes, that you want to really slide the mat with your hands, pull the mat forward and pull the mat with the feet going back, with the heels going back, with the shins going back. You can lift your toes. Just notice the inner and outer edges of your feet. Just notice your inner arches. So try to lift the big toes. Yes, good, good. And then walk your hands back. Try to keep your big toes up. Yes, so you might notice now either placing your hands on your shins. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible, or if it's possible, have your fingertips on the floor. Yes, so shifting the weight, maybe not the weight, but very gently moving with your feet, with the ankles, like standing on the outer edges of your feet and then inner edges. Just noticing, observing how your ankles look like when you collapse in your inner arches, standing on the inner edges. Yes, so look at the inner ankle, look at the bones on the sides of your inner sides of your feet, and how it looks and feels like when you're standing on the outer edges. And then bend your legs, round your back, and slowly come up. So probably you will notice for most of the people, it's easier just to stand on the outer edges of our feet than on the inner edges. But you might notice how this is like acted when you're standing on the inner edges of your feet, but trying to not let your knees collapse. Bringing your sitting bones together, like this is activating the inner legs. So of course, it's either of this. It's not healthy when we're standing to put either weight on the inner or outer. But when you're standing on the outer, to again think about the inner thighs, think about this elongation, and having the outer edges also firmly pressed. So this will be more clear, hopefully, for the after sun salutation. So first, let's do a couple of Utkatasana and Urdhva Hastasana movement. So bending your legs, just notice this action in your feet. So bend your legs and try to feel those four corners firmly pressed. So either your inner arches are not collapsed, also your heels are not going in. They are parallel. So feel it in your thighs, move your knees back, reach up, inhale, and exhale, sag the belly in, going to Uttanasana, noticing the position of your feet. Inhale, come to Utkatasana. Yes, feel your legs active. Exhale, Uttanasana. Straightening your legs as much as you can. Unless you feel too much pressure on the lower back, keep them soft. Inhaling. And one more time, Uttanasana, forward fold, head down. Look at the navel. And move your hips as far forward as you can. Just notice the position of your feet. Like you really can measure the pressure of those four corners evenly. Spread your toes. Try to lift those three middle toes up. Draw your kneecaps up. Feel full Uttanasana, forward fold. Just now look at the navel. So completely relax your head. Have your neck long. And do again. Inhalation, feel the ribcage expands, belly expands to the sides. And with exhalation, contract, so you might find yourself a little bit longer in your spine. So inhale, your chest expands to the sides. Exhale, it's narrower but longer. So use your breath. And this time coming back to Tadasana, rounding your back with the hands on the thighs, carefully being aware of the inner legs as well. Slowly, Tadasana, standing tall. So 12 sun salutation, hopefully to bring a little bit more sunshine for weekend. So standing in front of your mat, adjust yourself. Feel free to stay with the legs, with the feet apart if you need a little bit more space in your abdomen or in your lower back. So Tadasana, extend your arms. Let's just notice the position of your pelvis. So again, tucking your tailbones, standing on the back of your sitting, of your heels, your sitting bones. Yes, feel them going down, like to ground your heels, and lift the front from your feet your kneecaps going up, your thighs drawn up. Yes, your belly, your sternum, just your chin down. So to feel back of the neck long, sides of your neck. So this getting to focus on the core. When we inhaling, you opening. When exhaling, everything is back and contracted. So for today, to emphasize this movement really, with Namaskara, you're trying to bring everything together. So inhale, stretch, feel this openness. Exhale, contract, lift the belly up. Inhale, look forward, stretch. Exhale, keep the belly up, so contract the abdominal muscles. Inhale, feel the stretch, you can keep your knees down. And exhale, contract for Chaturanga to be a little bit more aware of your core. Inhale, up dog, sag the belly in, back to down dog. Step forwards, look forward, stretch your belly, exhale, contract. Inhale, raise your arms, exhale, contract, bring everything to center. Inhale, exhale, sag the belly in. Inhale, look forward, open. Keep it up, contract, sag the belly in, up dog, down dog. Inhale for up dog, open your chest. Exhale, contract, feel strong core. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract and lift. Step forward, open. Exhale, contract and lift. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, bring everything together. Inhale. Keep smiling. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, keep the hips higher. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, sag the belly in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Namaskara, contraction. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, open your chest. Exhale, keep your hips up, belly in. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Tuck the navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Namaskara. Inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Namaskara. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up. Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Namaskara, bring it together. Inhale. Standing on your heels. Exhale. Look forward, really feel this openness, concave. Exhale, lengthen your spine, sag the belly in. Inhale, open, stretch your front. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Namaskara. Inhale. Uttanasana, exhale, head down, look at the navel. Now look forward, open the front. Exhale, sag the navel in and up. Inhale. Strong legs and core. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward, look forward. Exhale, head down. Inhale, Urdhva. Namaskara. Do another 4 on your own pace. So just being aware of the position of your core muscles. Yes. Contraction and stretch. Opening and closing. Use your legs. I'm going to really feel the inner legs. So in Chaturanga, you can feel this also. Yes. Head down. Yes. Just notice every single pose. Yes. Yes. Good Chaturanga, strong legs. A strong core. Even if your knees are on the floor, you can still do it consciously with the firmness in the core and the hips. Make sure that Namaskara also bring awareness to your center, to your core. Keep smiling because it's sun salutation. Good. Look forward in Chaturanga. Yes. When you finish Tadasana. Yes, Carolina, more legs action. Imagine that if you feel like, oh, collapsing, that you having the break in between the thighs. So it's hot, isn't it? Good, 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 good. Still summer. Yes, so finding Tadasana. Yes, straighten your arms, legs, feet together. So take a moment here, just to notice. So try to contract your abdominal muscle. It doesn't mean that you squeeze, but try to feel that you're standing tall and that you're kind of contracting. You can breathe normally. Of course, the breath won't be so super deep like we're using this full yoga breath when the belly and the ribcage expands. So to bring a little bit more, again, awareness here. So to have this like, all together, like you have this kind of a corset or just like an elastic band. Yeah, so to feel everything. So you're using the muscles to keep your inner organs in and to protect your lower back. So like those guys who are, and women of course, carrying weights, so lifting the very heavy weights, you can see those belts. Yeah, so to protect the lower back, that's how core muscles are supposed to work. So this firmness here, this compactness, not just hanging. So this will be also important for our Supta Padangusthasana to come back to our legs action. So if probably all of you have a belt, if not, just you will just use your hands to support your legs. And we will go to Supta Padangusthasana 2, so means the leg needs to go to the right. So make sure that you have enough space on the right hand side to take your leg out to the side. Yes, so of course, without a belt, you can just hold the legs straight here with both hands. And then for the second one, you can go to the side, or of course, you can use your Padangushta grip, means your big toe grip. But start in Supta Tadasana. When you raise your head, check the position of your feet. So in this one, it's very often, so come onto your elbows and have the belt handy. So come onto your elbows, tuck your tailbone, and look at the position of the feet. Are your feet are still in Tadasana position? Of course, it's easier to, like we did this on standing, to push the outer edges of the feet forward. To make sure that the outer edges are going towards the outer hips and inner groins to the inner heels. Spread your toes and you should feel again that the inner legs are working a little bit more. Even if it's slightly exaggerated movement, so the inner edges of your feet are more forward than the outer edges. So support your head if necessary. Bring the right knee to your chest first and keep pushing the inner edges of your feet. Keep lengthening lower back. So bringing your right knee, hugging your shin. So feel your lower back. And both feet are active. So keep pushing through the ball of the big toe and inner heel. And then place the belt around your foot and very slowly straighten your leg. Look at the foot. Yes, feel free to have a longer belt if you need to have your legs straight and your kneecap completely locked, not hyperextended, but firm. So placing belt just around your heel so you can move with the foot. So usually we're going to flexion and pointed foot. Flexed. And then this today, I want you to go outer edge like sharp, like a blade. And then inner edge up to the ceiling. So keep moving with your foot, inner and outer. Yes, like we did this in Baddha Konasana. So now you can see your ankle, what your ankle is doing. This contraction on the outer ankle when you're pushing the big toe and inner heel up. And this rolled outer ankle out when you're pointing the outer edge up to the ceiling. So try to have this inner edge a little bit more sharp. Push it up, push it up. Yes, the little toe towards the floor, towards the outer hip. Now hold the belt only with the right hand, left arm to the side or on the hip to stabilize. And having this inner foot still super long, rotate the leg externally. And still the little toe outer edge towards the floor. So rotate the leg and the foot externally, and then very slowly start taking your leg to the side, control your left side. Yes, keep extending the inner foot. And it should be, when you do it slowly, yes, it should be really lovely for the inner leg. Spread your toes, yes. Little toe towards the outer hip. Push the inner, look at your foot, what your foot is doing. Can you still push the inner edge a little bit more away from you, from the inner groin? And then come back to center. No worries, we'll be same side, so not to shift the body from side to side. Relax, hug your knee. So hopefully it makes sense, the movement for the foot to push the inner edge, so not to roll the outer ankle out. And you can really feel this in your inner leg, like we did at the beginning of the class in Baddha Konasana or Upavishta. So one more time, carefully raise the leg up. Extend the inner leg. So push the inner heel, push the ball of the big toe. Rotate the thigh externally. So from the base, from the root, you're starting this rotation so you can raise the leg higher up to the shoulder level. Remember, it's not only to the side. So this time it's deeper, deeper. It's going up to the shoulder level, pushing through the inner heel and the ball of the big toe. Turning your belly to the left. So to stabilize the left side of your ribcage and feeling this lovely inner leg super active. Just one more deep inhalation. What your leg on the floor is doing. Can you still push the inner leg on the floor? And then slowly come back to center. You might change the size or move a little so you can have a space on the left hand side. And so starting, again, adjust yourself. You will notice that, again, that the inner feet don't want to go forward. Yes, your outer edges of your feet want to go forward. So push them. Push them, force them, rotate, but without rotating your knees. So we can see your knees as well. So try to focus on this leg on the floor. When you bend your left leg, yes, the leg on the floor and the foot stays exactly in the same position. So bring your chin to the sternum, bring your knee, keep pushing your left foot inner edge as well. And then placing your belt around your heel or just holding the back of the thigh. Yes, just do this couple of movements with your foot, with the ankle only. Noticing how this changing the tension in the inner leg and the outer leg. Yes, it's still working a little bit more with the inner leg. Good, with both legs. This one on the floor also is important, or maybe even more. So hold the belt with the left hand only. Right arm to the side, rotate the left thigh externally from the base, from the hip. Turn the foot out, extend the inner leg, and then slowly go to the side, and up to the shoulder level. Yes, stretching, pushing through the inner heel. So to feel this on the inner leg, maybe a little bit more even on the inner knee. Keep extending the leg on the floor. the inner leg more, and then come back to center. Relax for a moment, so it will be another chance to feel this lovely stretch. Adjust yourself, your pelvis, leg on the floor. You can raise your head, check what your foot is doing. Straighten your left one, maybe holding a little higher. Push the inner heel, rotate the thigh externally, rotate the foot externally, and then going to the side and up. Keep pulling this leg up, 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 higher, and to the side. Because one day, this beautiful day, we'll be holding the big toe, yes, with our fingers, without a belt. Yes, so feel the stretch in the inner leg. The more you feel the stretch, the better for your deep muscles. Turn your belly to the right. Feel this rotation. And then slowly come back. Bring both knees to your chest. Hug your knees. Go gently from side to side. Just giving your lower back massage. And then you can sit up, either rocking forward or turn to the side. So what we will do, we will go to another lovely pose, Anantasana. So stretching your arms, laying on your side, so you can stay on your right side. Yes, adjusting yourself, supporting your head. So you keep your elbow, shoulder, hips, and feet level. So it's like your Tadasana on the side. Sucking the belly in, pushing your buttocks forward, having your hands in front of you so you can have a balance. Now when you look at your feet, it's again, there will be the inner legs will be shorter. The outer edges wants to go more forward. So bring the outer edges closer to towards you, pushing through the inner legs. So same action, same action. If you feel this is too much for your head, for your neck to stay like this, you can place your head on the extended arm, so it will be also a little bit more stable. So just focus on the core, focus on the buttocks. So bringing your sitting bones together, press the bottom leg sharp, the outer foot sharp, and lift the top leg. And if you can see your foot, keep extending through the inner leg. You don't have to be high. It's about really to feel this inner leg is active. So contract, bring your sitting bones together, like you're pushing your buttocks forward and your belly back. If it feels okay, you can raise the arm up. If it's too much, stay with the hand on the floor to stabilize it. So make sure that your buttocks are not sticking out, they are still in a line. So bring your sitting bones together, squeeze your core muscles a little bit more, and then relax. Relax, adjust yourself. So this time, we will raise both legs. So make sure that the bottom leg is also very, very active. The same, you're using your hands to stabilize, you're pushing through the inner heels, lifting both legs up. Outer edges of your feet towards the outer hips. Keep extending. Yes, so of course it's very super wobbly, but if you can still raise the arm up using core muscles, yes, it's very wobbly. Of course, hip is not straight as the floor, yes, but it's all for fun, I told you. So just notice what is happening with the legs and with the core muscles when you're trying to bring back balance, yes, good. And then relax on your front. You don't have to turn around all the way. You just turn on your left side. So you won't face me probably, but that's fine. You know what to do. Yes, so extend the whole body. Yes, feel the side. Feel the side. Extend the arm first. Push the heels away from your shoulder. Yes, you can support your head or stay with the head down on the extended arm. Look at the feet. So one more time, suck the outer ankles in. Press the bottom leg sharp, foot. And then raise the top leg, extending through the inner heel. Buttocks pushing forward, belly goes back. Yes, so stabilize first. So maybe if you need to adjust it to the position on the hip, so to be really, really on the side. Feel core muscles. Yes, deep inside, feel this the side of the belly. It's not only the side of the rib cage, it's like more in front and deep inside. So the more you squeeze buttocks, the more you push them forward, the deeper the action. And then slowly down. You can adjust yourself once more, soften your legs, your knees for a moment if you need to. And same, both legs super straight, both inner legs pushing forward. And then lift both legs. Core muscles, buttocks. Feel the firmness in the center. Yes, I know it's very wobbly. So focus, focus, focus. Keep this firmness in your core, in your buttocks. The wobble is good. You are on the floor anyway. Yes, just try to stabilize, and you will feel what you need to do to stabilize this core muscles, buttocks. And then lay on your front, relax. Yeah, so just to move your pelvis from side to side. Enjoy it. And one more time on your right side. Keep the belt handy if you need it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes for this another Anantasana preparation side stretch, side position on the side, bending your legs. So having this lift, rotation, what we did, rotation, rotation external, and either holding your ankle, placing your foot, or you can do this with the belt. So first long belt, then raise the leg, rotate, rotate, and then you can pull the foot closer. Yeah? So make sure that whatever you will do, is still that the bottom leg is super firm and your buttocks are not sticking out to the side. So they are really pushed forward. So you're lifting the leg, rotating this externally, and this is the moment your top buttock will be going back behind you. So push it forward and then slowly place your foot. So you know in this one, if you want to have your hips level, your knee won't be in the same level. There's not a chance. So for this one, it's more important to have your left hip bone, top hip bone above the bottom one. And then feeling this lovely stretch in this. So modification of this is just trying to find the balance. If you can extend the arm up, you can extend the arm up. Yes, use the bottom leg. Yes, so the foot on the inner thigh will help you to ground it. So to feel this is really, really important. This base of the pose, buttocks and core. And then relax. So the full one will be either using the belt the same way or you holding the big toe. Make sure that your pelvis won't lean back so you can straighten the leg. So have the pelvis in a line. Yes. Have it square. Use the belt or just hold the big toe and straighten the leg, pushing the buttock. Yes, extending, extending. Yes. You can use the belt around your foot. Yes. So you can do exactly the same, bringing the leg back to the socket. So you can see now Supta Padangusthasana 2, what we did laying on our backs. It's very similar. This leg wasn't on the floor as well. So it's not in a line with the buttocks, but buttocks are in a line. And then relax. Lay on your front. If you have some questions, you can ask them after the class. We can discuss it because this is really not very often practiced pose, but having everything controlled. It's like you're now laying on the side. It's saying feeling your inner legs very long. So there's nothing we can touch. Of course, you can do this with the feet on the wall, but this is really to use your muscles to be aware of the position of how you feel your inner legs. That's how you feel your core muscles, your buttocks, your hips. So all we've been practicing, bringing your sitting bones together, tucking the tailbone. So now on the side, when it's very wobbly, you can feel this is really, really something we have to work on. And often with the simple poses like Tadasana, of laying on your back, we often don't think about it, how this is really, deep muscles are really, very important. So coming to tree pose, same, you feel free to use the belt around your foot. Okay, so noticing this lift, so lifting the leg up, is rotating externally and bringing the foot closer. Don't have to be in the groin. It can be just on the inner leg. Just be careful with the inner knee, so not to push the kneecap away somewhere. Yeah, so just feel that when you look at your hips, the top hip is in a line with the bottom one. So your knee, of course, it's away from the line of your straight leg, of your hip bone, of your pelvis. Yeah, so just try to feel this internal inner leg. Yes, rotate it, pushing your buttock forward, taking the knee back. Yes, so now this ordinary standing tree pose, having completely different, dimension, I would say. Good. Just feel this in your center, feel this in your buttocks, feel this in your core. Relax for a moment. Adjust. You can still stay with the head down with the extended arm. Will be slightly easier to control this. So to full Anantasana. Then you can use the belt around your foot, straightening your leg, working with the hip, pushing the hip bone forward, buttock forward, rotating and raising the leg up, or holding the big toe. Then when you hold this, yes, push the top buttock forward, square your hips, and then straighten your leg. Straighten. Maybe it's not straight completely, but also this leg up. Push to the inner heel. Yes, push to the inner heel. Good. So feel both inner legs super active. And then carefully relax. Lie on your front. And just go from side to side with your pelvis relaxing. So slowly sit up. So I know we are on a different levels of our excitement for what's next. So if you feel this is enough, so work with this again. Staying on your side, you don't have to do anything else. But for those of you who want to go a little deeper, let's go to this preparation for Vashisthasana and a little deeper. So from downward facing dog, you will go on the edges of the feet. So turn your heels to the right. Your right foot will be on the outer edge and the inner left on the inner. Yes, so trying to have your hips high. So you won't sink because it will be very hard to lift it up, squeezing your core muscles. So check if it feels okay. For those of you who feel happy with this, for the second time, even open your chest, lift the arm up. But if you feel this is too much, stay on the floor and practice this lovely action. Yes, maybe lengthening your legs so you don't have to actually do the full one, but just be aware what your inner leg is doing. Yes. So try to have your feet on the inner and outer edges. Joseph, look at the feet. Yes, the top foot, the front, yes. So they are sharp. So the inner and outer ankle is not collapsed. Yes, you're spreading the toes. Yes, good. And then don't hold it for too long. It's just to explore how you can feel. So of course, it's like an arm balance. So a lot for the rest. You can do it on your forearm as well. Yeah, so feeling this going from side to side, that your feet wants to do completely different here. And you look at the bottom leg, keep it there. Don't lift the leg. Feet are on the floor, both feet are on the floor. Just look at the feet because this is for the inner legs to have them sharp. So the bottom leg, this on the outer edge, the outer ankle is not rolled out. And the this foot on the inner edge, the sole of the foot is also sharp, so it's not flat on the mat, yes? Because it will be kind of like easier to have this foot flat, like we're doing all those triangle pose, yes? But the inner leg, in this case, it's not working completely, yeah? Yes. So if you feel this is enough, so again, go to this very lovely, gentle rotation going from side to side. But for those of you who are not happy enough with this, so you can come a little deeper, 1 foot sharp, 1 foot on top of another. So you can try this Vashisthasana. And for the second time, you can go a little bit deeper. Just be very careful. It's a lot for the wrist, it's a lot for the shoulder. So you can place your foot in a tree pose, or try even more, lift the leg up. But you know who wants to do that? Once again, Joseph, you want to try it out? Yes, so 1 foot on top of another, like we did all those yes. Make sure that the outer shin is also lifted. Top foot. Yes. Just try once with the feet together. And for the second time, you can, yes, yes. That's sharp. Good. I know. I know the wrist, so make sure that it's good. So you can, you know, do something over the weekend. Yes. That's good. Yes, Carolina. Yes, yes, yes. Good. So inner leg, the bottom leg, if you want to go deeper to this poses, really need to lift up. Yes, if you start collapsing and the center, you can feel it's like weakness in the core. Well, just won't let you to do anything, but firmness in the buttocks. Yes, watch the, don't go too low, Joseph, with the bottom hip, yes. Start, yes, to start higher. Yes. Good. And when you finish, lay on your back so I will know that it's out. So take your time, really take your time to try it out, because it's, you know, that's a combination of the pose, of those different poses, but it's a little bit more fun rather than doing all the time those safe comfort zone poses, you know. Good. A little bit more challenge, and of course, it's not for everyone, so you know how to just wait for a little relaxation. So when you are ready for your relaxation, so you can do this very gentle twist, letting your knees drop from side to side, and just having a moment holding this for a side. For some of you will be just trying to raise your knees a little higher. But for some of you, if you are still super excited about what to do, look at that. Coming to this Jatara Parivartanasana with the knees together, finding this firmness. Exhaling, going to the side, squeezing, straightening the bottom leg, and lifting. Exhale, bend legs, go to elbow, bottom leg, knees together, lift from the bottom leg. And make sure this bottom leg is really used to lift the top leg. So you can really feel it in your center, in the core. So going down with bent legs, knees together, squeeze, or just going with the legs from side to side. But remember, this is really intense for the core muscle. If you're going, of course, the full Jatara Parivartanasana is with both legs straight. So you can try to go down with the straight leg back. If you feel this is too much, you can come back with the legs bent. And make sure that your feet are going towards the hand, not to the side. They're going up to the hand. Yeah. Yeah, so it's of course more risky to lift the legs straight because there's a lot of pressure. So slowing down your legs when you're going down. Yes. So slowly, slowly going down will eventually build up a strength, but make sure that your legs are going up to the hand, so it's not just going from side to side. So find yourself in a position ready for Shavasana. You might come for a moment to this rocking, maybe happy baby, maybe a little bit with the straight legs, maybe softening the knees, supporting your hands. I even if I'm happy with the 90-degree angle, I really, after the long practice or hard practice, finding this a little bit of softness, giving my body a little bit more of relief, that it's not all the time the full pose, that's my maximum, that's trying to find the softness, having the shape of the pose, having legs soft, and just breathing. Yes, just having a moment of this relaxation. It's coming, but still I'm doing something, still I can relax my legs. We've been doing a lot with the legs. So let the blood come back, yes, from your legs, so to have a place for the new one, oxygenated one. So taking deep breath in and out. So changing cross of your ankle. Of course, if you still need a little more action, straight legs, straight arms, long spine, hollow in the abdomen. Other than that, relaxed position, supporting your knees, your thighs if necessary, and just breathing. And then when you're ready, find yourself in lovely position, so the whole body will be super happy. Find the position that your body is evenly on the mat from the right and the left side. Look at your feet. Yeah, so same natural shape for, I would say, most of the people again are that the outer edges are now pointing more forward than the inner edges. That's natural shape. That's why it's so hard to activate the legs when we want to do that, because the natural thing is this one. So let your feet drop off to the sides, taking deep breath into the belly. Completely relax your inner organs. Let them drop towards the spine. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your palms facing up, relaxing your fingers. Let your palms be open and soft. Relaxing your facial muscles, softening your eyelids, relax your eyeballs, let them drop into their sockets. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue and throat. Just notice the breath, inhalation, full exhalation, to relax, to let go. Shavasana. Slowly start lengthening your inhalations, lengthening your exhalations. Gently moving with your fingers, with your toes. Then place your hands on your belly and feel the inhalation, expansion in the abdomen, in your ribcage, contraction with exhalation. And carefully raise your arms over your head, stretching yourself, bringing back consciousness to your body, feeling arms and legs, whole length. And bending your legs one at a time, turn to your right side, bringing your knees closer to your chest. Stay for a moment on your side, round your back. And then using your hands, slowly sit up. You can stay with your eyes closed. Join your palms in Namaskara Mudra. And sitting tall. Just one more time. Feel the front and the back, right and the left side. Lengthening your spine, sitting on the back of the sitting bones. Feel not only the sides of your torso, but also the sides of the belly. Like on either side of the navel, lifting, slightly contracted, active. Breathing in and breathing out. Then slowly bow your head to your heart. Try not to lose that length, not to lose that shape. Slowly bowing your head to your heart. Thank yourself for today's practice, your time. Inhale, raise your head, open your eyes. Thank you very much. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your after practice sensation. Any questions, let me know. So